Hey everyone, it's Michael here at HomeHealthSuccessAcademy.com and 10xPatientReferrals.com, and welcome to another one of our videos. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to be able to create low budget events to be able to start increasing your referrals for your company. Now, first thing I want to be able to do is remove the concept of what the events are for. A lot of agencies will do like health screening events or do all these small events or small little meetings or gatherings. And their primary purpose in these events is to get a referral. And that's one thing you need to remove as a mindset for that. One of the biggest things that I see a lot is, either home health agencies or home care agencies will do what they call health screenings, right? Where they're going to provide blood pressures, take the pulse, take the O2 sats and all these things, right? And just maybe give some flyers or handouts and then have some cookies, some little, tchotchkes, some food here and there. And, to be honest, we actually stay away from health screenings because every other agency is doing that. And you want to be able to remove yourself from that. Now, when we create events, our goal in these events is to network with the people that we want to be able to eventually know about our company, right? It's about networking and it's about branding, not getting referrals. It's about networking and branding. So a lot of the times is a lot of agencies will, have a greedy mindset. It's like, let's get referrals. Let's get patients. Let's add people to our census. No, it's not. When you create events, the goal, you have to separate your salesmanship and your branding. Those are two different things, and you have to understand that. That's part of this business, okay? So I'm going to share with you guys, little ideas that we've done to create low budget events. Okay, so we do, when we do these events, we may provide some health screening in there, but that's not our primary thing. It is available if somebody asks for it, but it's not the main thing or the main precursor that allows people to want to join us. So we want to be able to create events. So this works well with both home health and home care companies. So one thing we really love doing is doing something different, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do what we call like a Zumba class. Like we'll go to an assisted living facility or a senior community and say, hey, you know what? We wanna provide a Zumba class. It's an exercise, and so what you can do is if you go to the Zumba website, right? Zumba website has different levels. So they have what they call Zumba Gold. Zumba Gold is tailored for the senior community. So the Zumba Gold certified instructors are able to work with seniors who maybe are in a wheelchair. They have different exercises for them. And then they have, seniors that can actually stand up. There's a variety of different levels and they're trained for this one. So for a Zumba instructor to provide Zumba Gold training, they must be certified. So when you go to Zumba website, what you can do is you can look for local instructors, Zumba instructors that actually have gold certified. And you can actually contact them directly and say, hey, I'm planning to have an event. Typically a Zumba gold instructor will charge you somewhere around $50 an hour. So what we suggest is that, hey, we want to have you there for maybe 2 hours of training, right? So you also want to have your staff member and the Zumba gold instructor there as well. So it may cost you $100 to pay for the instructor, but now you have an event. And what we typically do is we spend maybe another $100 because this is an event we actually do a lot, is that we'll spend money on creating a nice poster that we can, a nice poster stand, so that when people are going to this assisted living facility, when they see the marketing, they'll say, hey, we're having a Zumba Gold class happening on this time, this day. So we'll have it there ahead of time. And it allows people to want to be able to join in. We'll also print out some flyers. If we're going to a senior community, we're going to give it out to the manager and say, hey, can you post this for us? Or will you give us an authorization to actually walk around and distribute it and give it door to door? But you can't just go door to door without their permissions, okay? So, when you have these Zumba classes, what you're doing here is you're just really branding your company, and that allows you to be able to get maybe contact information of clients and say, hey, can we know more about you? And, you can actually start looking into, you'll see some clients that may need really the services that you have. And if you do that, it allows you to be able to help them and to be able to target who you want to be able to go after. But it's not about getting that patient. It's about giving the education, right? So if you see somebody, for example, that is struggling with with their ambulation. What you can do is you're not going to say, hey, you should use our services. No, what we're going to do is, hey, you know what, we have some information here for you. If you have some questions about fall risks, we just want to be able to give you some flyers. If you want, we can send you some videos. What you're doing here is you're just branding your company. Now, of course, you know, since you are promoting the event, you know, you can plaster a lot of your information around there, your brochures, all those kind of things. It's just, you know, branding your company at the very same time as, you know, have a little quick speech. Don't have this whole 30-minute speech of telling them like, oh, well, this is what we do. You're not trying to sell at this very moment. Just let them know about your company and it's available. And you also want to let them know, hey, if they have any questions on things that you can do for them, you want to be able to provide that for them. So that's one good low budget event that you can do. It's pretty easy, right? Zumba class, it's very cost effective for you. Another thing that we like to do with a lot of senior communities and a lot of events is we do what we call pet grooming and care education, okay? So the way we do this is plain and simple. It's this, is that we actually reach out with a local grooming company, right? Typically we wanna go after a company that does dog grooming, okay? And they have to be a mobile dog grooming company. The reason why we wanna be able to do that is because we want them to bring their dog grooming mobile or truck or whatever, bus or whatever it is to the site that we're trying to do. What we tell them is that, hey, just to let you know, this is just added branding for you. We're going to try to bring in a lot of the seniors in the area who have pets and maybe can get some tips and tricks from you on how to provide care. It's just education. And a lot of dog mobile grooming places love this because number one, it adds value to them and it could potentially get them customers, okay? So they wanna be part of this. And it's also great for social media, for, you know, creating pictures, posting on your Facebook page, your website, you know, your Instagram page, and they love doing these type of events. And at the very same time as we tell them, hey, you know, if any seniors, can we give out some coupons that gets them a discount, you know, for their first time using you. And most of the time, these mobile grooming companies will say yes to it. But in the, what do you call this? In the coupons that we hand out, the flyers, of course, it's going to be branded with our company's name, right? We want to put our company name, right? So we're going to put our logo first and then the mobile grooming company's logo second. Okay, so it just adds an extra branding strategy that you guys can do. Plus also, it gives education. So, you know, it goes back to the main part of what we like to train and tell people. It's about education-based marketing. That's probably one of the best things. We want to teach people first. You can't just have the mindset like, let me tell them about my company so that they can use me. Right? A lot of people likes to be educated. People want to know what's going on. And sometimes you don't even need to just educate them about your services. You can do other things and cross-brand it with your company. Those are ideal choices. And a lot of companies, even major Fortune 500 companies, are doing that where they're linking up with other companies and doing cross-branding events. Okay? So think about that for this very moment. What are the things that you can do to do cross-branding events? So like I said, Zumba classes, pet grooming, all right? Now, for all you non-medical and home care companies, you're probably going to know a lot of insurance agents. And so insurance agents, when they sell life insurances, they like to have these events where they'll have a dinner and they invite people to come out. And what you can tell these insurance agents, you can say, hey, you know what? I know you're going to be speaking to a lot of people. Are you targeting these type of people? If you want, can we be part of that? Just have 5 minutes, 10 minutes of talk to tell about our company, just to do cross-branding at the same time so you can help. We can help you can help me, and we're willing to shell out some money, you know, to pay for some parts of the event. Like maybe we'll pay for the desserts, or maybe we'll pay for this, or we'll pay for the flyers. And for the insurance agents, you know, hey, that's some cost that they can reduce from their cost of doing this. So a lot of them will want to probably work with you, and they've worked with us in the past. It's all a matter of reaching out. Are all agents that you contact gonna say yes to this? Of course not. But what if you get that one person that says yes? What if out of 10 agents that does these type of events will say yes? That's just one more event that you can actually do at a lower budget because you're not upfronting all of the cost, okay? Now, this is something that we used to do in a yearly basis, and we haven't done one in the past year. We were supposed to do one this year, but unfortunately, if you're watching this video right now at this very moment when we release it, it's during the time of the COVID-19 epidemic, and we actually unfortunately had to cancel the event. So we won't do another one of these till next year. So we always do what we call a yearly summer luau. You know, if you haven't been to Hawaii, then, you know, or you haven't been to one of those luau restaurants, Well, that's what this really is. We do a luau every year. And we just purchase, the products that we have on our displays when we do the event we purchase it at Oriental Trading because it's a party place and you can buy all these things. But we already have this since about 6 years ago because we've been doing it for that long. So in the luau event, we're just gonna have, food. We're gonna cater it, right? And so they do what they call a roast pork, for example, in Hawaii for the luau, and they bury the pork and they cook it underground. But we're not going to do something like that. So we typically will go. This video is brought to you by medicationreminderprogram.com. Are you trying to look for that one edge up to be able to get you more referrals or to get new referral sources? Well, that's medicationreminderprogram.com. If you start offering this for your patients and future patients, you're going to be able to show future referral sources that you're doing something different, that you're providing better services than your competition. The Daily Reminder program goes like this. We will call the patients for you twice a day and remind them to take their medications at 9 o'clock in the morning and at 5 p.m. A top reason for hospitalization of seniors is not taking their medications. So what you're going to be doing here is you're going to be giving them comfort of mind, both family and referral sources. So sign up to medicationreminderprogram.com right now. There's 3 packages available, but at the very same time right now with code 50 off, you can actually get 50% off our Gold plan and the Platinum plan. So just stop by medicationreminderprogram.com and let us help you get more referrals. Let's go back to the video you're currently watching. So we typically will go to a local Chinese restaurant or a Filipino place that does roast pork, where they actually roast a full pig, right? And so full pig roast. And we'll have that, so it's really nice on the presentation. We'll have some Hawaiian food, so we'll just do a bunch of different things. And what our main goal here, once again, is branding, okay? And so, yeah, there's going to be a higher cost, but it's still considered low budget because what you're doing is you're bringing everybody that you want to speak to into your event. You're not here to bring in caregivers, to work for you. You're bringing in people that maybe would want to know information about your company. So what we would do is that we would go to these events. We would go to senior communities and say, hey, we want to speak to the kids of your patients or of your residents. And if they have any questions, we're going to be having the whole day, we're going to be answering a lot of questions. We're going to have little presentations here and there, plus some entertainment. And what we end up doing also is we hire a local troupe that does, Hawaiian, hula dances, we also bring in, part of that whole dance group is we hope to make sure that, we hire these guys that does the fire dance because it's very entertaining. It's also really great for when we do our presentations and when we actually post stuff in social media. So we'll have these type of stuff. So typically the cost for something like this, which costs us somewhere less than around $3,000–4,000 for an event like this of once a year, right? To offset the cost, what we do is we work with a lot of our power partners, right? So we work with other people that is trying to get in touch of the same type of referral sources or targets, right? So let's say, for example, we'll work with a few DME companies and say, hey, do you want to go on board with this? And at the same time as these are the type of people we want to invite, okay? So don't invite, invite physicians, invite, office staff, from doctors' offices. Those are what we require to come in for them to be able to attend this event, right? And so at the very same time as, do you want to have a booth? And we'll have them pay for a booth because guess what? We're telling them we're bringing in more physicians, we're bringing in referral sources, we're bringing in social workers from nursing homes and from hospitals. Those are who we are inviting. Do you want to be part of that? And so you are creating this event. You're the main person creating this event, right? And so a lot of them will say yes to it and they're willing to spend it because, they have some expenses that they can use, right? It's company expenses, right? It's a write-off. So they're willing to shell in the money, $1,000, $1,500. Before you know it, because you put the event together, you actually are not paying any money out of your pocket. Everybody else is paying for this event. You're just kind of the event planner putting it all together. Of course, you have to live up to your part and make sure you market it out there. And so that's one thing, is creating these events, it can be very cost effective for you. Just go ahead and think about that, right? So instead of paying $3,000, $5,000 for an event such as this, you end up bringing in 5 or 6 potential power partners, and they're going to want to be able to work with you. So let's say, for example, you're a non-medical home care company. Speak to a couple home health agencies. Ask them about this if they want to join in, because they might want to reach out and get the same referral sources. So they may say yes. So have them pay $1,500, $2,000 for this event, and they can bring in maybe a certain amount of people only, but this is the requirement. No staff, okay? You have to bring in the right staff. Like they can bring in like maybe 3, 4 staff members. That's it, okay? To maybe man their booth and do some networking. But they can't bring in like their nurses. They can't bring in their, caregivers. It's not for that. It's not a company event. It's a marketing and branding event. All right. So that's one thing. The luau works really well. We also do something like every quarter we have what we call a wine and cheese event, where we're going to invite some physicians, some referral sources to, come join us in a wine tasting event. So this is something that we actually like to do. So like recently, for example, we've been ordering our wine from Wine Library, for example. And so, they have their own brand called Empathy Wines, which is an amazing wine as well. And so we'll order a bunch of different ones, the rosé, the white, and the reds. And we'll put all that stuff in, and we'll do wine tasting, wine and cheese tasting, and it just gives an actual event. What we end up doing is that we would do this. We would probably look for a place that's really, really nice that we can actually rent out, and so this happens a lot. Or you can even have it in your office if you have the space for it. It's a matter of getting people to come to your events, and you'll be surprised what you can actually have. You have to be mindful and start thinking, what are the little strategies you guys can actually do and implement so that you are starting to make yourself stand out. So like the luau, the Zumba classes, the wine tasting, those are great things, and the pet grooming and care education. Now, I'm going to share with you guys, one event we do every year, okay? And this, surprisingly enough, gets us a lot of branding opportunities in marketing. So, when we're branding our non-medical private duty companies, what we do is we go find a ED specialist, and just work with me here, pay attention, and you'll be really just saying like, I don't understand, I don't think I can do this. You don't have to, but we do it. And so when you're targeting potential clients for your non-medical, agencies, you're not targeting the client and patient itself. You're actually targeting their kids, right? So you're really going after somebody who's at the age of 45 to maybe 60 years of age. Why? Because more likely their parents are 20 years older. So somebody who's 45, you might be getting somebody who you want their parents who's maybe 65, 70 years old. If you're going after somebody who's 60 years old, you might going after somebody who is 80 to 85 years old or even older that may need your services. So this is where it's important, where you actually know your avatar and who you're targeting for specific reasons. And so what we did was we brought in somebody that can provide education on erectile dysfunction. Because yes, older people still, unfortunately, have their fun. So with that said, we're going to have that type of education. But the main purpose here is to be able to brand them, to let them know about this, but at the very same time, we're trying to give them education as well. So, we would bring in an ED specialist. He'll talk about certain things and how for prevention, and at the same time as treatments that are available out there. So, we would have sometimes that the guy would come in who may have that ED problem or is scared to have an ED problem. And once again, ED is erectile dysfunction. And so they'll bring their wives and they'll have the conversations, we'll have the talk, but we have an opportunity to explain to them who we are and why we bring this type of training. And so when we do something like this, we surprisingly enough will get a few phone calls from one of these events, okay? And all of a sudden we'll hear something, hey, I might need your services for my grandma, my grandpa, my mom, my father, or my husband, or my wife. And you'll be surprised, what you can do. You don't have to always be talking about home care. You don't always have to be talking about life insurances. You don't always have to be doing everything that everybody is doing. You have to figure out ways on what you can do to brand and make yourself different. And so this is just one of the tactics. You don't have to do this. I'm telling you, you don't have to, right? And that's perfectly fine. But we do one of these events at a time. And once a year, we'll do it wherever our agencies are. And we do get phone calls from it because it is part of the whole branding situation. So what are things that you can do to make things low cost for you guys, all right? I'm sure that you probably maybe decided to attend one of those senior lifestyle conferences in your area and rent a booth. The thing with that is that you're just one of those people in that row of people that's renting a table to market. The thing is, create the event, if you're the event creator, then guess what? You're the one of power. You're the one of value. You're the one that people seek. And you can go ahead and transition every little thing of the event to work into the advantage of your company. Okay? So think about what you guys can do to be able to brand your company. And remember, when these events are created, it's not meant to sell your product, but to brand it and to let people know who you are, and for you to be able to network with people that you haven't networked with, or connect even further with people that you brought in to the event. So I hope this actually helps you guys. If you like this video, make sure you click the like button. If you haven't yet, subscribe to our channel and also click the bell button, because that's going to notify you when you have new videos such as this being posted. So we want you to also be able to invite you guys to go to 10xpatientreferrals.com. It is a valuable informational website that provides any marketer or any owner of an agency, whether you're new or currently in business, to be able to help you learn how to market your company. It has over 200 hours and video and audio information for you to be able to help you guys learn how to market your company and to be able to help you guys create a successful agency. Once again, this is Michael with Home Health Success Academy. Thank you guys so much. I just want to say marketing is easy when you know what you're doing. Before we continue on to the video, just need to be able to take a few seconds of your time. And so we want to be able to ask you a question. Are you looking to gain more referrals for your agency, your home health, your home care, your hospice agency? Are you wanting to be able to find out the best sources of information to be able to get you everything you need to create a successful marketing campaign for your agency? We want you to be able to join us at our online marketing bootcamp that has over 7.5 hours of training. When you actually watch our bootcamp and join our online marketing bootcamp training, you're going to get a free month access to our 10xpatientreferrals.com online academy. You also get a half-hour live consulting with me or my team. Also, in this training, in this bootcamp, you're going to learn everything that you need to be able to find the right sources of referrals. You're going to be able to learn the amazing presentation techniques and tactics, how to be able to close the deal, and especially follow-ups, which is the most important part on trying to be able to acquire people to trust you, to refer patients to you. And there's going to be multiple bonuses available for you when you join now. So sign up for a limited time at 10xpatientreferrals.com and enjoy all the content. So let's go ahead and get back to the video that you're currently watching. And we want to be able to invite you to our 10xpatientreferrals.com, where we have our online home health marketing academy that's going to be able to help either a home health, home care, or hospice agency increase referrals, increase their census, and create a profitable company. Now, at this very moment, you're going to have access to these information through these training, marketing to physicians, how to get to hospitals, how to be able to get into nursing homes, and much, much more at a month-to-month basis with no contracts needed. It's just month to month. Now, guess what? We are offering you guys for a limited time 50% off any one of our plans. Just choose which one is going to be able to work better for you. So just stop by the 10xpatientreferrals.com at any given moment. So these are the plans that are available, whether it's the gold, the silver, or the platinum plan. Most people go for the gold plan, but it's up to you what's going to work for you. We definitely want to be able to have you come in and work with us. So here's two choices. Go to 10xpatientreferrals.com or click the link down below. Take advantage of this right now at this very moment and sign up with us.